Thank you, Chairman, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity of sharing my views with you. Well, broadly, Mr. Jaju, Mr. Abhay Kumar, they have covered the broad issues, the challenges and opportunities. Now I'll talk more from the perspective of a telecom perspective, being a telecom man. One of the challenges mentioned by Mr. Abhay Kumar was about the connectivity. Yes, connectivity is a major challenge, not only in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. I would say it's a challenge all over the country. There are about 637,000 villages, and not all villages are connected with. Any problem? Okay. Now it's okay? No. Not all villages are connected by broadband. Now, the good sign is the government has already initiated a process of connecting the first 250,000 villages, 250,000 villages out of this. That's more than 1/3 would be covered in this phase, and we expect that by March 2014, we'll have all these villages more than 100 Mbps of data available, and that is going to be a big enabler for the e-governance services. Yes, it's a challenge at present. Besides this, there is another development that's happening in the telecom field, that is the 4G networks. 4G networks have already arrived in the country, and they are being deployed. And by virtue of being environment friendly, green, because just 20 watts of input power, there is every possibility that there will be more potential in the villages as compared to the major towns. So these need very small infrastructure. You can put a base station on a pole being 2-inch cube, and besides this, the power requirements are so low that you can meet with the solar energy, because power is another challenge in villages. So these two things taken together, I'm sure the connectivity, which is a major challenge, will be addressed. Second one, about the infrastructure in silos. This has been talked about now and earlier also during the day. That is a challenge, and here also the government has taken a good initiative. The government, the Ministry of DIT is working on national information infrastructure now, and I think one of the main objectives is filling the gaps and adding infrastructure for scaling it up. That is the second point where there will be an integration, and with cloud computing, the existing silos also can be integrated through this particular network. We have already talked about capacity building being a challenge, and then coming to other opportunities which lie there, there are a lot of applications which can run on these networks for e-governance applications, and there is a lot of opportunity for the industry to handle that. The ones that at present many people here must be aware that for the postal wing, there is a plan for having handheld devices to the postman, and it's not something on paper, it's getting implemented. A postman is a friendly guy, and at the same time could be notorious also. In some parts of the country, postmen throw mail just into the gutter to avoid going to each and everybody's home. And in some cases, postman is supposed to be a friend because he even helps people in reading the letters wherever the challenges are. Now, how to ensure compliance? So these handheld devices could, ensure, because they are GPS enabled. He goes to the village, and from the village, he not only takes the signature of the person to whom it's delivered on the same device, which is transmitted electronically to the main hub and which can be monitored on a continuous basis. He also, in case the house is locked, he can take a photograph of the house and it can be transmitted back, so that it's ensured that he had gone to the place and he did not return later just for the heck of it. So similarly, similar arrangement for the railways, where people, generally the passengers, are held to ransom by the TTEs. There will be transparency there. They also will have handheld devices which will be online, and they can't bluff that no, there is no place available, or he can't overcharge, undercharge, because whatever he charges has to be through the same device. Similarly, other location-based services, but of course for location-based services there are some challenges. The challenges being the GIS mapping. That has not been completed for the entire country. In many locations, yes, people are ahead, as Mr. Jaju pointed out in the morning also, but many areas, they need a lot of it to be done. There are many challenges which we can address through e-governance, but there are some challenges which still e-governance has. Like when we talk about certificates, yes, it's good to have digital signatures, everything can be done. But how do we prevent fake certificates? The certificate can be issued to A person. How can we prevent B person from utilizing that? Here there is an opportunity. It can be done maybe through non-clonable devices attached to each certificate, wherein the person who is authenticating, is verifying the certificate, will get a complete display of the person on the screen itself. So he knows that he's getting the certificate from the right person. So there are many such opportunities, and with that I would like to once again thank the organizers. Thank you.